They picking, snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here at Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley.
The Giant.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And then open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To Sterling Shepard. A gain of 12. First down, New York.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Saquon Barkley.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. Open man is Ross, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At
their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 47-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. And brought in by the tight end throw. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
That's complete right around the 8. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
8-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to the guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
At the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
A 20-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all the problems either.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
And
on 1st down, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. The play fake. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Kenny Galladay as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
28-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With the score, Giants 14.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in this.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards, good for a giant first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, this is Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On the carry.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll get this one to Galladay. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Galladay. A gain of 13 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. these things worked well for us, and sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
It's Eckler again. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Brings up second.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Herbert over the middle. It's Jared Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down. Herbert, his pass caught at the 4. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Makes the score Giants 21.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
from the 24. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Jones took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Giants on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game. So they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Out out of the gun, Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert on first down now. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
Lining up for the extra point.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got nothing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and Barkley did not get there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
No gain, and it's second down. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. On second down, here's Herbert. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll look to throw. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 47-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. One last throw here for Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
21.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on